Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying safe, taking care of your family, taking care of your friends. And as usual, I really hope that we get through this as soon as possible. Get our world back, get our football back. It's really boring with no football to watch, no activity to do outside, having to stay home. So we're all going through this, and if we follow all the guidelines from the top people and all, we're gonna get through this as soon as possible. Of course, it's a new thing. Probably none of you who's watching this video have ever experienced anything like this, a pandemic. I've seen that back in the days, like in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, there used to be like stuff like this happening, but it's fast of in our generation right now. So let's take care of yourself, and yeah, let's hope we get through this as soon as possible. Now to the topic of the video. Apparently, it reports in Italy saying that Arsenal have tabled a £50 million offer for Thomas Partey of Atletico Madrid. This is one player that I really want at Arsenal next season. Of course, the dream scenario is having Thomas Partey, Doucouré, a defender, obviously Aubameyang or Koulibaly. If Aubameyang leaves, we definitely need a striker. I've had many people say that they need a winger, so we really need a lot of sorting out to do in our team. But Thomas Partey right now is 26 years of age. He's a really good box-to-box midfielder for me. He knows how to defend. He knows how to attack. I've watched a few games from him. There's a goal he scored against Valencia. I don't know if it was this season away at the Mestalla. And the way it just took the ball and ran with it and scored the goal, he really reminds me of Yaya Toure. Of course, these are just rumors and speculations. We have no guarantee. Also considering that Arsenal are in a crisis financially. Just the other day we had that they had asked the players to take a 12.5% wage hit, and basically like all of the players voted against it. So that is already some kind of drama that we didn't need at this particular time. And also I heard that the wage cut could increase if we don't qualify for the Champions League, something that obviously it's obviously done, because I don't really think we are gonna qualify for the Champions League anyway. Plus, for me, I've said the last couple of days, I don't even really think most of our players deserve the wages. So it could be a good thing for us, for the players to get a wage cut. I don't think someone like Ozil deserves 350k. Mkhitaryan, who might come back, I feel like he's gonna come back, is on 200k. Aubameyang wants more money, or if he's going to stay, he has to be given more money. People like Mustafi and Socrates on some crazy salary. So we really need some players to be, not even some, like 80% of them need some cut. And I feel like if players are forced to take a wage cut, most of them are going to want to leave. That's why I feel like Aubameyang could leave, Torreira could leave, Mustafi maybe, or Socrates could leave. So I feel like we're gonna lose like 4 to 5 players, maybe 2 that we didn't really want to go. But I feel like our situation right now, we haven't even really paid off Pepe's money. So these are tough times at Arsenal right now. Thomas Partey has 3 years left on his contract. As I've said, these are just speculations and everything. He has some industry in midfield presence, as I've said, defensive tactics and stuff. Not tactics, that he has like defensive ability, and he also has technical ability, and he actually scores goals. Another thing that we really needed at Arsenal, we have no midfielders who score goals. After losing Ramsey, Xhaka, Guendouzi, Torreira, Willock, they all don't score goals, so we are lacking a lot of goals. Aubameyang has scored 40% of our goals this season, so it's not really an ideal situation. Now to the main topic of the video, how we could line up with Thomas Partey next season. So of course, this season and most of last season, we've been lining up with a 4-2-3-1. With this season, Saka's been playing on the left most of the times. On the right, we've had Niles, Bellerin, even Socrates, Mustafi playing there at times. But in the midfield, it has been Torreira and Xhaka, sometimes Guendouzi and Xhaka, sometimes Tobias has been playing there. Ozil in front of them, sometimes Willock, Pepe on the right, Martinelli on the left, sometimes Aubameyang and Lacazette up front, sometimes Aubameyang, sometimes Nketiah. So for the lineup that we could have with Partey in the team, so I won't include any names for the other players in the team, as you can see on screen, because what is going on at Arsenal right now, there is a lot of uncertainty who's going to be at the team. Tierney could be in the team, Bellerin could be in the team, but in central defense, I don't know if Mustafi is going to be there. I don't know if Holding is going to be there. I don't know if Mavropanos is going to come back. I don't know whether Pablo Mari is going to sign a contract. We all don't know whether Xhaka is going to stay in the midfield. What's the situation with Torreira? What's the situation with Willock? Will he stay? Will he go out on loan? Will Smith Rowe come back? Lacazette, will he stay? Aubameyang, will he stay? So there's a lot of uncertainty in the team. So let's just put Partey in there and talk about his what he could bring to the team. As I've said, he actually scores goals. So if we play that formation that's on screen right now, that's 4-2-3-1. His partner could be someone like Torreira, another kind of defensive player, and then they can switch, and this one can go forward, come back, this one can go forward, come back. So that would probably work out for us, because our current midfielders, Xhaka and Torreira, they're not quite good at going forward. Someone like Guendouzi holds onto the ball too much, so we need some strength in the midfield. You see those teams that have strength like Ndidi and Idrissi Gueye, the likes of Vieira back in the days, Toure back in the days, those players like were forces. They could score you goals and they could defend. Another formation you could have is actually this is like my preferred formation, like having a three defenders and two fullbacks and two in front of them and then three in front of them, or having two strikers and then one midfielder behind them, and then a 3-5-2 or a 3-4 2-1 or 1-2, depending on how you line up. But for me, having maybe Saliba in there, Pablo Mari if you get him, then Tierney or Saka on the left, Bellerin on the right, and Partey in midfield. Of course, if you have Partey in midfield and if you play with two up front and then one in behind them, of course we can't afford to have Partey and someone like Torreira and Xhaka in the middle. That would be too defensive for me, because we already have like 5 defenders when we've lost the ball. And for me there, I would maybe have Aubameyang up front and Lacazette up front and Pepe in behind them, and then Thomas Partey and someone that we don't know. It could be Mkhitaryan and he could be back in the team, but I don't feel like he's gonna give you that much energy in the middle. I wish it could be someone like Madison or someone like Luis Alberto from Lazio, but all this is still speculations, because we could, as Arteta said the other day, he did an interview, already put out a video talking about the 3 transfer scenarios he was talking about. If you want to check that video out, I'll link it up in the YouTube card right now. I'll also have the link down in the description. He talked about the situation and he said we could either do nothing, do something, or do a lot of things basically. So if we do nothing, we could probably have the same lineup, depending on which players we sell. If you say you're gonna do something, maybe sell like a couple of players, Mkhitaryan on a permanent deal for like 20 million, and then get rid of Ozil and then get a midfielder like Thomas Partey. That would be good business for me. And then you can have Partey, Torreira, and in front you can have Martinelli, Saka, Pepe, Aubameyang, Lacazette, depending. That would actually be good for me if you actually keep most of those players. And you could also have, if we get someone like Doucouré. Doucouré is a good buy. That one could partner Partey in the middle. But again, the situation at Arsenal is tough. They do a lot of things that Arsenal could be: get rid of Ozil, get rid of Aubameyang, get rid of Mustafi, 4, 5, 6 players, and then totally switch up the team. Of course, hopefully get Thomas Partey, get a new defender in, maybe a right back. I've had a lot of people say they need a right back. Max Aarons from Norwich has been mentioned. Left back, we have a lot of left backs. Saka is actually playing there right now, but most of our defenders are always injured, like Kolasinac, so it's a tough situation. But Thomas Partey in our midfield, that is definitely something we want. The links, obviously, as I've said, again, just to repeat, these are just speculations, nothing sinister with it. We have a lot of going on at Arsenal right now and in the world right now. I don't know if the coronavirus is going to be part of it, or the coronavirus decides what we're going to do with the team, because obviously right now it's affecting the wages and bringing a lot of drama in the team. So for me, I hope we could get like 2 or 3 players and sell Ozil, Mkhitaryan. I've also done a who should stay show, talking about which players I would keep and which players I'd sell. I'll link up the playlist right now. You can check that out if you want. Yeah, and that is Thomas Partey. Those are just the links from today's transfer news. The links from Italy have linked us with them. They've said that Thomas Partey has been Arsenal have tabled their offer for Thomas Partey. I've seen somewhere written 43.5 million and somewhere else written 50 million. But yeah, it could be a good buy for us. Tell me what you guys think about that. Would you sign him? Do you think how many other signings would you make at Arsenal? And if you were given 60 million pounds or 50 million pounds, which two positions would you try to sort out first? The defense, the wing. Many people have also said we need a winger, or would you try and sort out the midfield like Thomas Partey, get him into the team? There's a lot that goes into this transfer windows, and I actually feel bad for those people who have to like sort out all that stuff. Also considering that we've had rumors that Arsenal had a loss of, not actually rumors, it's actually true that we lost 27.1 million last year. So we are trying to recover that money, and that could force us to maybe even sell Ozil and not even spend the money we get from him. So it's a tough situation. We might have to get rid of 5-6 players and buy like the list at the 20 million, 25 million kind of players, hopefully. But yeah, that's Thomas Partey. If you like this video, leave a like, engage down in the comment section, watch the other videos that are linked in the description in the YouTube card up there. And yes, make sure you stay safe. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and take care.